Hello, it's Susan Matthew here. Welcome once again, and this is the fifth and last lesson on logo create. All right, so I'm going to teach you how I was able to create this logo. It's the same brand name as the former logo I created, but I'm just going to change the format and the way it will appear. So I've created a blank canvas right now. I'm going to search for the letter A. I'm going to keep searching till I find a suitable letter, like in the way that I want it to appear. I do not want something that is too bold, like big in all blocks of the forms of the letter A. I want something that is a bit slim. So I'm going to go with this letter A right here. So in the first design I did, I used a dark blue color, but for this I'm just going to stick with the black color. So when you're doing your own, you can change the color if you want to practice this type of logo, and you can just work with it. All right. So next thing I want to do, remember I'm using the canva.com website, and I'm searching with elements. I'm searching with elements. I'm searching on elements right now. So I'm going to search for um a square because I want to. Okay, you see what I want to do. All right, so I'll search for a square, but the four sides is not adjustable. All right, so I'm going to delete this. I need something that is adjustable on all sides, that is vertically and horizontally. I think I've done something like that before in one of the designs. I think the one on Eva's Makeup Studio. So that is like the same thing I want to do here. But I also delete this because the all the sides are not, the four sides are not adjustable. All right, so I'm going to keep deleting until I find something that is adjustable for me. I search for a square, but it seems now that the square is not working, so I'm just going to go for um a rectangle. Okay, I'm done with rectangle. I'm coming back to the square. All right, so I'll look for something that is adjustable on all four sides until I'm able to find it. Okay, so since I've been searching and searching and I could not find what is adjustable on all four sides, I'm going to keep alternating between the square and the rectangle. Alright, so you can see now it is adjustable on all four sides. So I'm going to go with this and change the color to white, which is the same white as the background of the canvas. So I'm going to change it. So we can see that there are two types of white there that should in the color. So you have to look for the whites that will match with the background, the type of white that will match with the background. So I've placed it. I'm trying to create a void within the letter so I can write something inside. Okay, so it has to be a color of rectangle that will match or be the same color as the background. Okay, so you can see the way I have placed it, but you can see it's like coming out towards the A. So I'm just going to reduce the size a bit. So yeah, now this is perfect. It's just good like this. All right, so the next thing I want to do now is to write or add the words that I want to place on the letter A. The word I want to place on the letter A. So the network is bad right now, so I'm just going to hold on until it gets better. So I can see the add heading future. All right, so it's here now. All right, so I'm going to edit this, delete everything here, and write cottage. All right, so this is the cottage right here, and I want to change the font of the cottage. The font, I want to change the font. So I have to go to fonts, tap on the word, and go to fonts. All right, so I'm going to search for the BD script font. BD script font. That's what I'm searching for. All right, so I've searched for the BD script font, and I'm just going to um see the way the cottage appears now. Okay, so in this way, I'm using the letter A is in if serif font. All right, it's in a serif font. So I'm going to combine a serif, sans serif, and script font. So this cottage is in a script font, all right, in the script family. So I'm going to just increase the size and then place it properly across the A on the right, or okay, from the position of the A on the right axis. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to spread out the word so that it fits in between the angles of the A and is placed in between. Just watch as I'm going to do this. Just keep watching and you see what I'll be able to achieve with this. Now you can see that the cottage is a little bit like it's falling into the A itself, and I do not want it to be. I want them to be two separate entities but combined in one. So I'm just going to have to keep adjusting it and adjusting it till I get the specific sizing that I want in the way that I want it. All right. All right, so I'm just going to keep adjusting the size. I'm going to keep adjusting the size. So I've taken it from 110 to 67.5 right now. All right, so I think it's better like this. It's not too sharp. The A is the most visible point of this right now. So next, I want to work on the spacing. You can see it's too clogged or clumped together. So I want to spread it out so it's able to cover both all edges of the rectangle I placed in between the letter A. Alright, so I'm just going to keep adjusting the spacing, letter spacing. So you can see that there's letter spacing and there's line spacing. Letter spacing works when you are trying to increase the space in one word, and line spacing works if you have a couple of words typed into a paragraph and you want to increase the space amongst them. That is when you use the line spacing, and this will work basically when you are trying to write your ebook. So when we get, or flyers, when we get to that section, you see the line spacing being applied. All right, so according to the first design I did, I'm just going to copy and show you how I did it. So I'm going to, right now it's the point to add a round edge rectangle so as to fit into the letter A at the bottom part. All right, ensure that when you're searching, you always search and pick out items from graphics, and when you're searching, make sure that you are tapping on elements when you have to pick elements, and you tap on designs when you have to pick out templates. So know the differences and do not tap on one and then you start asking me, oh, why did it not come out? All right, so this is in the plain white background right now. It's in the plain white background, but the four edges are not adjustable, so I'll have to just change everything to a black. But my problem with this now is that the four edges are not adjustable. If you look down below, you see that we have color appearing twice in black and black, meaning that this graphic had two colors contained in it. So always check that so you do not waste your time trying over and over again to get it right. Or you see the way I placed it in elements before I did my search. So I'm searching for a round edge rectangle again. I need one that is suitable enough to be adjusted on all four sides. So I'm just going to keep searching until I find one that suits into that category or that fits into that category. Alright, so this one has just one color, but it was in the color milk, so I'm going to remove it. Alright, so I finally decided to use this also. So this is a round edged rectangle, but the edges are not very round. By round edge, you can see the four corners is not exactly in the square or rectangle shape. That's a round edge to it. So and all four corners are adjustable. So I decided to stick with this. And decided to stick with this one. So I want to change the color. So I'll go to dual tone and use my dual tone to change the color, because as you can see it was appearing like that on its own without anything in between, because it was on the transparent color format. So I've changed using the dual tone. Dual tone is what you can use to change the color of your image or graphics, just the way I've done here. So you can apply this when doing your own design. Alright, so I have it now in black color. So I'm just going to resize it and place it at the bottom of my letter A. Alright, so you can see the way I'm using my thumb to resize it. I want it to fit into that lower edge of the letter A. Alright, so we have it that it has happened again, and I'm trying to figure out why it has gone back to the way it was before. It's in the white color. So I'm just going to use my dual tone again to take it back to the black color. I'm going to click on effects, click on dual tone, pick the first one that I see, and just change the colors black, and go back and click on black again and click done. Alright, so there we have it. There we have it. So I am just going to so there was a problem, so I'm just going to click and go back instead of having to create it again. So it's appeared back again. So the way I did it. So alright, I made a mistake. I have to click on the particular image before I can move it with nudge. You cannot use nudge to move your background. So alright, so I have my nudge. I'm going to just move it down below, upward again till it's able to fit into that bottom of the letter A. So I'm just going to keep adjusting it upward, downwards, to the left and to the right. Alright, so the next thing I want to do is to edit the text automobiles. So we are doing a logo for Cottage Automobiles. So remember I duplicated the cottage text before, and now I want to use it too. I'm just going to edit it to the automobiles instead of having to go to text and create a new heading. So that's what I'm gonna do. So in the list of logo fonts I gave you, I believe I enlisted the A Gotcha font. So let's see if it's going to work for this design. All right. So I'm just going to place it below. Okay. All right. So no, this doesn't work. It doesn't work for this. So I have to change it. So another type of font, I'm going to introduce you to a new type of font. It's called Oswald. Oswald font. So I'm just going to search for it and click on it, and you see the difference. Okay, so I you can also tell me that this looks better than the Hey Gotcha font that we had before. All right, so I'm trying to make sure that um the logo is same as the one I created before. I'm just showing you how to create it. I'm going to try to make sure everything is intact. So I have my automobiles. I'm just going to increase the fonts a bit so it matches into the letter A. All right. So I'm going to increase and decrease until I get what I'm satisfied with. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to use my nudge to adjust it properly. As you can see that I have done right now. All right. You can see in this first design, firstly the A was not so big and it was not very close to the bottom, but I'm just going to leave it like that. So now I've reduced the length of the rounded edge rectangle, and I'm going to use my notch to readjust it. All right. Okay, so that was how I was able to achieve that. Can see the way it looks now. So the next thing you want to do after you're done with your design is to download it. Remember, you're working with the canva.com website. Even in the Canva app, you also have to save the image or download it. So make sure you're downloading in the PNG format, PNG, and you click on transparent background so you can easily apply it to your flyers and other designs without having to stress on how to remove the background again. So make sure it's in PNG. These are other formats that you can download in, but PNG you can see suggested there. So PNG is what is suggested for flyers and logos. All right. So I have multiple pages that I've worked on. So I'm going to click on the current page and click done and click download. All right. So it's preparing my design, going to add the finishing brightening touches to it. So because I'm working on websites, I'm going to have to download again to my Chrome browser.